am Jedi Jack Penguin, and today I'm going to be looking at a yard sale haul that I got for $60, which is a big bin of Lego stuff. So I'm just gonna turn that, you can see that. I got a big bin and I got some Clorox wipes, not sponsored. Got a lot of minifigures, got a lot of pieces, got a lot of interesting sets in here. So I'm gonna be going over all the stuff that I got inside this haul. It's going to be lots of fun. I have a little box right here of minifigures that I'm going to go through first, so then I can show off some of that stuff. So I'm going to flip the camera so then you can see all that stuff, and also my messy desk. So I'm going to flip that right now. Okay, and this is my messy desk with a bunch of stuff on it. Some partially built Temple of Air Jitsu and a lot of other old stuff from other videos and stuff that I got there. So I'm just gonna dump out this, which this is just the majority of the figures that were interesting inside the haul that I was able to get. These were like the ones that I was able to piece together very easily. The main attraction of this is this big dragon, which this is a classic dragon. It comes in a couple sets. I didn't really look up what set I got it from, but it's just really cool. I was able to find the tail in there. It was missing the tail when I first built it, and I also added these red wings that I found inside the same bin. It had this alligator mouth right there, which I really like how they use that. I already have the black dragon, which that one I got from another yard sale for $1. But it was missing the tail also, which I just colored one of those black with a Sharpie, but that was just for show because I couldn't buy the actual piece, and I did put some black wings instead of the trans clear ones that were on there for that one. But otherwise, I really like this figure. The wings, they're a little flappy because like these, it's very old, the minifigure, since I got it from an old haul. So that was a really cool find inside there. The next minifigure that I got is Jar Jar Binks, which this figure comes in a couple sets. This is the first version of the character. I have a couple versions of the newer version, but this is the first time that I'm getting the older version of this character, which there's no printing on the back of the figure. Let me see if I could even get the head off, because it's sticking on there really well for some reason, because it's a very old minifigure, so I'm gonna have to pull that off. There's no printing on the back of the torso, there's only printing on the front, and there's no printing on the head of the minifigure. It's just scalped like that, and instead of being a flesh color, it's more of a tan color for the minifigure. So that was a very interesting figure to get. I'm just going by what I see on the side. So here's Boba Fett, which he's missing his helmet, which this comes inside one of the sets that you'll see me show in a little bit, which I started building, which, some printing on the front of the figure and no printing on the back. I didn't get the helmet, and there's a little bit of rust or something right there, which I'm gonna have to wash off. Next, we got one of the Joker's goons, which comes in another set that I'm going to be showing off, that I've started working on building too. I really like that head. It's very cool, and also the purple body, which these are like new pieces for me, as I never got any of the classic 2008 Batman sets or around that time. So this is like one of the first couple minifigures that I got. I got all the minifigures from that set, and I also borrowed some pieces from other stuff inside my own collection to get it, which also I'm just going to show these off right now, which we got some stormtroopers in here, which I got a variety of different heads underneath some of these, which this one I got a happy head, which that I probably should trade off because I think that goes on a Dangar minifigure that I have inside this haul, so I'm gonna have to take that off. But that's Stormtrooper printing on the front of the body, printing on the back, and of course on the helmet. Another Stormtrooper, same thing here, but I put a black head underneath that one. Another Stormtrooper Let's see, black head underneath that one, nothing too exciting. Another stormtrooper. Let's see, what do I have under there? This is one of the ones that I think came from the Star Destroyer, because it has just a plain flesh head, no printing on there, which that is really cool to have one of these minifigures, which that is another hint to another thing that's in this $60 haul, which is the Star Destroyer, which most of you probably don't know this already, but I already have a Star Destroyer. I already have the 2006 version, and this is another 2006 version, so I might build that one, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll sell the extra one so then I can buy the newer one that was leaked on Reddit earlier this week, so... But I can't show pictures of that because they're confidential and all that stuff, so... Now we have Darth Maul, which this is the first version of him to ever come out, which I got a, which the cape is from the haul, which all the capes were ruined because, like, this person put them on the arms instead of the way they're correctly supposed to be put on, which is annoying, but we got some printing on the front. It's a classic minifigure. There's no printing on the back of the torso. The head is just really awesome for the time, the printing on it. I'm just gonna bring that a little closer and clear that out. There you go. It's a nice view of the head. I really like the head of the newer one. It's better than the one that they currently have, which is a little bit too cartoony, I think. Next, we got a skeleton minifigure, which this is really cool because the skeleton has like these arms that are movable, which I think this is like the second or third one of these that I've got, which is really cool because I like these arms, but you know, I'll probably have to clean this minifigure too because he's a little dirty. And here's just a Rebel pilot that I made. I don't know if that's the right face for him. You can correct me in the comments. Anyone who corrects me on anything, or anyone who tells me like what sets any of the pieces that come from this haul are in, you know, I'll give you a shout out in my next video that I do that's a haul or something, or, you know, recommend some stuff, and I'll do that inside my new series, recommended reviews, that I'm going to be starting up more videos on next time someone gives me a recommendation on what I should do inside a video, which if you read the description of the playlist, you'll get all the information about that, which this head is very cool. Also, it's a yellow head minifigure, but, you know, printing on the front, no printing on the back. It's a classic figure. Okay, so next is my first original Batman minifigure, which this comes inside the set that I was talking about, which I don't remember the name of, but it comes with the Joker, and the Joker's over there, and I'll show that off in a little bit more detail later. But here we have the front of the minifigure, which I really love the look of this Batman minifigure. It's like the first minifigure that I always wanted, but I never got. There's no printing on the back of the torso. The cape and the cowl I stole from one of the newer Batmans, but everything else is from the original, which we have the front of this face, which is really cool. I love the look of it. Even like how they're still using this white band on the top for the eyes, which I really love how they do that with Batman, and it just puts out a really nice minifigure. There's no printing on the other side of the face, but otherwise it's an original classic 2008 Batman, and I love that. Next we got another one of these guys, which is really cool. I forgot the name of them, but I'll throw one in. Anyone who mentions it in the comments, I'll give you a shout out inside my next yard sale haul video, which a little bit of dirty stuff that I gotta clean off the back of that helmet, but no printing on the other side of the head, which I'm just gonna show that off, which is just a normal Rebel Scout minifigure's head, but not smiling-ish, I guess. There's no printing on the back of that figure. Let's see what else we got here. We got another Imperial officer guy, but this is just a normal face figure. I don't have the hat for the character, but this is one of the ones from around like 1990 something, or before that, or after that. Which, there's no printing on the back of the figure, just the printing on the front. No interesting head for this figure, only the body, which it's inside a different sort of dark gray tone. But now we got another minifigure, which is Luke Skywalker, which is the Tatooine version, which his head's a little bit chewed up, I think, or something like that, which I don't really like that. But, you know, this is a yard sale haul, $60. It's what I got. I'm really happy with the Batman minifigures so far, which that was probably one of the best parts other than Dragon. And also I got some other sets from my childhood that I always wanted. Which we got some printing on the legs of this figure, which these were the first couple of minifigures with printed legs, which is really cool how they did that. And also we got some printing on the front of the torso, none on the back. And then we have just the normal Luke Skywalker head, but inside a yellow tone, I guess. Yep. That was Luke Skywalker. Next we got whoever this is, which I don't know the name of, which is from... I don't remember what theme. I know I have it on my computer, but anyone who points that out, I'll give you another shout out to whoever does that. It's always fun to do this yard sale stuff, which under here we got a skeleton head right there. And then I really like these pieces. I wish I could have gotten Mr. Freeze with this helmet, you know, that would have been super cool. No printing on the back, you know, it's a darker tone of red on there, and then just a normal red hand. I don't know if that's the right hand. I think it's supposed to be another dark red one, but I do like the printing on the torso, which I'm just gonna put up right there, which that's really cool. I have another one of those bodies, which I'll show in a little bit. Next, we got not a minifigure, but a piece, 3 pieces that we got here, which here we got the original Han Solo carbonite brick, which this is really cool because this is the first one that I got of this, not the newer version, which I have like 1,000 of. So we got some printing on here, which is really cool. I love how it looks. And then we got one of these bars right here, and then one of these 1x2s right there to cover that up. And then that can be held by Boba Fett, which don't mind there not being any helmet, but it can be held like that, so then it can be transported and stuff. And it's floating. So there we go. That was that. More stormtroopers. Black helmet, black head underneath, I meant. So there we go, black head underneath that, and black head underneath this one. And then our final stormtrooper, which this has another black head underneath it. So I did get a lot of stormtroopers. That's good for army building. Next we got Darth Vader, which I stole the helmet and the cape from my own collection from, but everything else was there. This is the one that comes inside the Star Destroyer, which you can see that there's no pupils on the eyes, and there's a little bit of red right there and there. There's no printing on the back of the figure, I don't think. It's the original body torso. No printing on the back of that. That was Darth Vader. Next, we got Qui-Gon Jinn, which this is the original cape that came with him. Which that one wasn't ruined, which is good. Looks like he got his eye scratched out a little bit. There's no printing anywhere else on the figure. It's just printing on the torso and then the face, which, you know, I would have liked it if the minifigure was in better condition, but, you know, it's a yard sale haul, like I said before, and that hair is always nice to get. Next, we got Padme, which this is in really good condition, in my opinion. The head is in nice condition, no pupils, since it was in 2001-ish, 2002-ish that this came out. Also a nice body, which you can see it's a little shiny. There's a little bit of a glimmer here and there. No printing on the back of the figure. And I do like this hairpiece. It's very useful for the figure. Next, we got another droid, which this one is the black version of R2-D2, which, correct me, the name and everything, because I'm not looking at my computer for this stuff, you know. I'll probably look it up quickly on my computer, but otherwise, this is just what I got going on right here, which there's printing on there and on there. I did get another one, but it was rather, trashy. Next, we got a Harry Potter minifigure, which we got Harry inside his Quidditch robes, which inside here I got the body and everything, which I got from the yard sale. The only thing that I added was the cape, the head, and the hairpiece, because that was what was missing. It does look like most of the set for this, which is the Quidditch set that came out in 2002, is there, which I do have two 1x2 bricks that are printed with Gryffindor and Slytherin logos on there. There's no printing on here. I do like how this is a darker red than the cape of the minifigure, since I looked up the pieces to see what it was like. And then also let's take a look at Harry's head, which is a really nice head. I love Harry Potter minifigures. It's always fun. Also, I was able to pull out a broom and a golden snitch for him to have as well. Also, while I'm at it, I'm just going to show this, which is a Batman weapon, which I found inside the same haul, which is really cool. My first one of those. Next, we got the Joker, which this is our second to last minifigure that I'm going to be showing off, which he comes with a 1x2 printed tile with a Joker card, which this was probably one of my most favorite finds. The only thing that was missing was the pants, which I found from my own collection. He has an amazing head and hair piece, and also the body is very cool as well. I love how he looks. There's no printing on the back of the minifigure, and I don't think there's a double-sided head. So it's a really nice minifigure to get. I love this hairpiece too. It works very well for the Joker, and I like this one better than the current one, in my opinion, because it's more like, it feels more like the Joker. That's all I have to say, really, for that figure. And now our final figure that I got in here is a freestyle figure, which you can see that it has freestyle on the torso printed there. And also the head and the hat was from my own collection, but everything else is from the yard sale haul. Okay, so those were all the main minifigures that I could pull out from the haul, which that was a lot of fun going through those figures. So next, I'm going to be bringing us over to the pieces that we got here. So I'm gonna remove the camera from here and float away from the minifigures and get to our big haul here, which these are all of the pieces that came in here. I'm just going to clear out the camera. There are some Mega Bloks and some other miscellaneous crap toys in here, but most of it was Lego, and I did fill a couple other bins with the haul and also I don't have a cover on that, but that does not matter. And I've been searching for pieces that were interesting, so I laid out all the interesting pieces that were printed or minifigure parts or anything that was just new to my collection. So where should I start? I'm going to start all the way over here and just show off everything that I got. Some of these pieces I don't know where they're from, but I know that this is from Slave 1, which I'm currently building, which you can see right back there, which this is the one from 2007. I'm going to pull up stuff on my computer as well after this, but I'm just going to show off some of the interesting pieces that we got here. Like, we've got this staircase right here, which I don't know what that's from, but I'm going to identify that soon. Anyone who knows where any of this stuff is coming from, if you comment down below and tell me where or what some of the stuff is, and I can get to building it, and I'll mention you inside the video if I do a review or something of it. So yeah, back here I think some of these pieces are from the Pod Racer. I know that this stuff is Star Wars, some of that. I don't know what this is from, but let me just get that out into the light. Know that some of these pieces right here, these are from the Star Destroyer. I do have a lot of the white Technic pieces that I pulled out for the Star Destroyer also. Some of these rocky pieces inside a sort of Hoth-like thing. going on right there. And we got this some big battery, which I looked up where this is from, but I'm gonna figure out where it came from based on the other pieces that I got. We got a lot of these pieces right here with some turnable stuff and some Technic stuff connected to the side. A lot of printed slope pieces, a lot of pieces. We got 2 of these black horses. And then right here you can see the printed Gryffindor 1x2, which is inside a tan color. That would be good for my Hogwarts mock. We also got some of these gray flags, and also from before, this minifigure guy right here, which I have part of the minifigure. We got some of these, which is from the freestyle bin, I know that. We got a lot of these sports pieces. We got Mindstorms, the Lego Media, sports logo, Lego.com, Lego, Arctic, Lego.com, Mindstorms, sports logo, miscellaneous sports logo, Technic, and Lego. Also, I like this piece right here, which I'm going to have to identify. I know this is from Lego Islands, I think. We got the Bang flag from the Joker. We got some racer pieces. We've got the Red Guards from Star Wars, which we got some blue pants. We got some more brooms. This piece I gotta identify. I think these are some wings. Might be to a Batmobile or something. I don't know. More pieces to the Star Destroyer. I have a bunch of heads, which I'm just gonna show off, which we got. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Han Solo's head. We got Luke Skywalker, and we got one of those Rebel Scout troopers. We got a lot of yellow heads. A lot of these are from sports. We got a plain blank head right there. None of these have a double-sided face. Some scratched up smiley heads. Just a plain white thing, white head, which I think goes to the Slave 1 back there, which I gotta put over there. Some of these heads, which I think these are like the 3rd time that I'm getting these, which these are really cool. I don't know what they're from, but they're pretty cool. Then we got some more skeleton heads, and then finally down here we got our last 2 sport heads. We do have some other miscellaneous scratched up heads down there, and also we got this head, which goes to Lobot from Cloud City, which he has a double-sided printed head. Also down here I pulled out these, which I think come from some sort of Star Wars set I know from back then. We got 1x2 printed brick for Slytherin. We got a lot of these tiles which have printed stuff on it. Some other minifigures and miscellaneous stuff. Some printed 1x6 bricks. Star Wars bodies. More Star Wars bodies. Some other miscellaneous bodies. I think that's from Lego Islands, the prison body. I think that's from Harry Potter, the 1x2 printed tile right there. There's a lot of interesting pieces in this haul. It was a lot of fun. Some soccer balls. I think that's from the pod racer right there, that door piece. A lot of minifigure parts inside the haul. A lot of interesting pieces. Some more stormtrooper bodies and stuff. The escape pod from the Star Destroyer and whatever that's from, which I'm really excited to see what that's from. I don't know what it's from. I didn't look it up yet. General Grievous's body. These are interesting. I don't know what they really do, but right here there's a button, and when you press that, there's a little light that pops out. I gotta see where that's from. We got some bigger nets, and we've got some of these pieces, which I'm gonna have to figure out what they go to. We got some wheels and stuff. We got some more racer stuff, some Bionicle minifigures. This piece right here, I think that's from a set that I just recently built, which is the Snow Speeder from 2002, I think. Some more of these pieces which are interesting with some printed stuff on it. Some Technic thing, I don't know what it is, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Some more of these sports pieces and some stuff that I dug out for the, oh my god, I can't believe I'm right in front of it. It's the Slave One. Oh my god. Lots of pieces, lots of stuff. These pieces, which I gotta figure out what they go to. Also a Mega Block with the, with some stickers from the Joker set that I'm gonna have to take off and see if I could reapply. We got a gray brick separator, we got a boat, and then, like I said before, we got a bunch of other pieces for the Star Destroyer. Also right here, some pieces that I dug out from other stuff and I stacked up. Lots of stuff. Some money that I made from this haul. We got some 16 by 16 yellow base plates, which came from the freestyle stuff, which that I found was cool. We got a pile of these sports pieces, which I'm going to have to identify. We got a lot of different stickers on these pieces, which I'm going to have to identify. I also started building the Joker set, which I have right there. And then Slave One, which I started building, which we got a lot of interesting pieces on here, which I had a lot of fun working on that. And then the back, I'm starting to build it. So based on what I got on my computer, I'm just going to show off what we got. So the Batman set that we got here is set number 7782, which this is the Batwing and the Joker's Aerial Assault, which this came out in 2006 and retailed for $50 in the US, which that was crazy. And I got this from a $60 haul, which this comes with the 3 minifigures that I showed before, which is Batman, the Joker, and the Joker's Henchman, which this was really cool to get in here, and I'm going to have to work on building that, which most of the stuff that I have pulled up on my computer is from either brickset.com or from Bricklink, which right here we got the Orgo Minion from Alpha Team, which this is the Arctic one, which this comes inside a couple different sets over the time, which I'm going to have to identify which set he comes in, which I have 2 of the minifigure. Here's the Freestyle minifigure, which comes inside a bunch of Freestyle sets, but I think the one that I got is a Freestyle bucket, which I don't know where it's from, which I'm going to have to identify that, which is actually this that was pulled up on a different Bricklink. Oh, come on, computer. There we go. Which this is my downstairs computer, which isn't as good as my upstairs one, so, you know, that's why I film stuff down here with my bad computer. I'll probably, if I play any other games or anything, that'd be upstairs, but over here we got Slave One, which this is the 2nd edition that ever came out for Slave One, which this is set number 6209, which I have just the pieces and all that stuff, and you can see I'm up to this page right here, page 39 in the instructions on here, which I've tried to find a good copy of the instructions because sometimes they're rather crappy. Over here we got the Harry Potter set, which is set number 4726, which this is really cool, which you can see that we have the printed pieces right there on the Quidditch Stadium. Some of these pieces I already can identify from my haul that I have. The only thing is that I was missing Madam Hooch and Draco Malfoy, which I do have the cape for Draco and the hairpiece and the legs and the broom and everything, but I do not have the head and the body, and I do not have that minifigure, which is really not good, but either way, I might be able to bricklink this stuff. Also in here, you can see me starting to work on building the Joker set that we got inside here, which that is pretty much all that is going on with that. So, yeah, that is overall all of the pieces and all of the stuff that I got over my haul. Definitely worth a good 30-minute video that I'm to post on here sometime in the near future. Maybe the day that I record it, or maybe even on Monday. I don't know when I'm gonna post this. I just gotta edit it and everything. I don't know if I'm going to have a miniature review going on this week, you know, but really it's just a lot of fun. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. If you want to comment below and tell me any of the interesting stuff that you've seen here or what they go to, I will give you a shout out inside my next video or inside a review of whatever you tell me to build with the pieces or what sets they are and everything. So remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon, and I will see you next time. Bye!